All right, my man, state your name and let them know you on Real Talk with Nick.
My name is Jeff.
And you on Real Talk with
And
Nick.
I'm on Real Talk with Nick.
That's what's up, man. Nick fan.
Basically, yes. Nick fan, baby.
Okay, man. Who's your favorite player on the Knicks, man?
Randall at the moment.
At the moment. Randall. What you like about Randall's game?
I like his positivity. I like his leadership. I like his hunger.
Now, I'm going to have to stop you. Because right now, he's kind of like in the fire when we speak of his leadership. Giving thumbs down to the fans.
I don't think he should be feeding into the fans. I mean, if he sticks to his game, because remember, when he's concentrating on his game, the man is unstoppable. So he got to stop letting the fans get to his head.
And that you think, and once he do that, you think he'll be all right?
I feel that he will be all right. I feel he could get the Knicks pretty far in the playoffs.
Wow. Okay.
I really do.
So you're not giving up on Randall as of yet?
No. I at least want to give him one more year. One more year, see what you got, fresh start, and if anything don't go there, then it's time to move on.
Time to move on.
Yes, sir.
Is it safe to say that the fans had the right to quarrel about Julius Randle bringing the ball like a point guard?
Yes, they do have a right to question that decision. But doesn't that go on the coach? Isn't it the coach's decision to if he wants Julius Randle to bring the ball up, isn't it up to the coach? The coach just stand up to him and say, look, this isn't your game. This is your game. Your game is a power game. Your game isn't a point guard game. Your game is power.
Okay.
How I feel.
Makes sense, man. And speaking of the coach, man, are you high on this? And before you answer that, who was the best coach the Knicks ever had in your eyes, man?
You know, I like Lenny Wilkins. I thought Lenny Wilkins was pretty damn good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. I really like Lenny Wilkins. And Van Gundy, second. Strong second. But definitely Lenny Wilkins.
And who would be the third?
Third one?
You got your Pat Riley.
No, yeah. I forgot about Mr. Riley.
Mike Woodson.
No, I got to say Riley number 3. Riley number 3.
Okay.
That's how I feel right now.
That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. And R.J. Barrett, man. Was you high on R.J. Barrett during his rookie season? I always ask that. Because when it comes to R.J., a lot of people will agree that each year his game progressed.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I enjoy seeing him play.
Yeah?
I do. I enjoy seeing him.
What's his upscale?
His upscale? I feel his upscale is scoring. I feel a man can score from anywhere on the floor. That's how I feel.
Yeah? Do you think he got snubbed for the Rookie of the Year? Some say he should at least got rookie first team.
Wow. My man who won it was pretty strong, too.
Ja Morant,
Yeah. I mean, I think Ja Morant did deserve it because Ja Morant was an animal.
Yeah.
He was an animal. But second place, he definitely should have got at least second. But Ja Morant definitely deserved.
Yeah? Okay, taking nothing away. And when we speak of Obi, big talk is Obi, man. Obi was here in Harlem at the Kingdom, mixing in with the fans, you know what I'm saying? He looked like he's that guy.
Yeah.
Come out and socialize.
Yes.
It's a lot of talk when we speak of Obi. Some say he should be the next man up this season. People want to see him start. Some say, nah, keep him in the second unit. How you feel about Obi?
I feel Obi should start because I feel if him and Randall's on the floor together, maybe they can get that chemistry together.
But is that even possible?
Well,
unless you move Obi as a small forward.
I feel they can do that because Randall got to stay in his position. But I feel Obi is a flexible player. That's in my opinion. I feel he's flexible. I feel he can go to the foul forward position.
Yeah?
I really do, yeah.
Well, he plays that position. Do you think he could start? I'm only saying that
I think
because if you're talking about having Julius Randle and Obi Toppin on the floor at the same time, somebody have to play with small.
Well, I feel that Obi could play the small.
What do you say to those who say he's only good for fast breaks?
For how many?
For running fast breaks.
Oh, that's what they say. When you're an NBA player, you can adjust. Plain and simple. When you're an NBA player, you can adjust. And I feel he's the type of player. Come on, you seen him out there associating and all that? The man can adjust. I really feel he can adjust.
Yeah? All right. And when we speak of Mitchell Robinson, the center.
Yeah.
He just got his $60 million extension contract.
Yes, he did.
What can we expect from Mitch? I don't know if you're aware of this, right? But Mitchell Robinson, for the past 2 years, has been practicing shooting behind the arc.
Wow.
But the Knicks just won't let him display it. And by the time he does display it, he should have that shot kind of
Down pat.
down pat.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think it's a shot worth him taking, or should he just stick being dominant in the post?
Today's game, if you can't shoot the J, you really can't make it. I'm sorry. Yes, you can work the inside, but if you can work the inside and outside, the center or whoever's checking you can't stop you. So I definitely feel he should definitely keep that up.
He should keep it up.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Okay. All right. All right. And are you high on this new signing when we speak of point guard, Jalen Brunson?
Yes.
And they gave him $104 million.
See, that's the price. The price tag, I kind of question. $104 million. I don't know. That's questionable right there. But
yeah.
I guess when you're desperate, you do what you got to do. But,
so that's a desperate
I feel it was.
move to give Jalen Brunson $104 million?
Yeah, man. $104 million.
What can Jalen Brunson bring to the table when we speak of these Knicks that some might say, you know what, that $104 million is questionable?
But you lead them to the playoffs, it'll be worth it. That's all. Lead them to the playoffs. Show Randall, you're our leader. I'm going to follow you, but still, we both got to work this together. So I feel if you could lead them to the playoffs, that $104 million wasn't waste.
Okay. All right. And do you think he gonna be able to facilitate? Is he a Chris Paul? You know how Chris Paul fit.
Yeah.
Do you see Jalen Brunson in discussion when we speak of other point guards like Chris Paul, Drew Holiday, Marcus Smart? I mean, it's
sometimes the game is what the system gives you as well. So I just want to see how the Knicks system works with him. Because, you can give him this money and then they probably got to work the whole. I just want to see how the system is going to work with him at the moment.
Are you concerned with his size? Some say he's too small.
No. If you look at Steph Curry, that's all I got to say. Steph Curry. No more. Steph Curry. So, no, his size don't bother me at all. Not in today's age.
All right. And Emmanuel Quickley. And we speak of Emmanuel Quickley, man. A lot of people thought that Emmanuel Quickley was going to be that guy that Jalen Brunson found himself in concerning the Knicks.
Right.
Jalen Brunson was being tutored under Derrick Rose in the backcourt for the past 2 seasons. Do you think the Knicks made a grave mistake jumping the gun, signing Jalen Brunson, giving all his money away, when you have Emmanuel Quickley who could have been developed to play that starting role?
Wow, that's you know what? How many years they signed him for?
Jalen Brunson, 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah. And then you got Emmanuel Quickley in the backcourt.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I do think that was a mistake. Yeah.
Yeah?
I think they should have maybe 2 years. So at least you could bring my man in after 2 years. But 4 years, it's a little long.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
And as far as Emmanuel Quickley is concerned, man, you think Emmanuel Quickley got the potential of becoming 6th man in the year?
Oh, yes. No doubt about it.
What you like about Emmanuel Quickley game, man?
I like his whole all-around game. That's what I like about
him. Do he remind you of any other players, man, in the NBA? I'm going to help you out a little. You got Lou Williams. You got Maxey from Philly.
I like my man Maxey from Philly. Yeah, he sort of reminds me of the Maxey from Philly.
Yeah?
You do, yeah.
Okay.
I definitely like the future on that game.
Did you see the series between the Knicks and Atlanta Hawks?
Yes, I did.
Who gets the blame when the Knicks because the Knicks was busting ass all year round when it came to the Atlanta Hawks.
Yes, they did. Yep. You're right.
And then came
playoff time.
And looked like Trae Young had their number, man.
Yeah. Who's
at fault? Is it the coach? Is it Julius Randle? Or who gets the blame for that?
I blame it everybody. You got to be mentally strong come the playoffs. How many times during the year they tell you, come playoffs time, you got to step your game up with coaching, with playing, with everything else. So I blame everybody. I don't blame just one person. The coach should have been ready. Julius Randle should have been. The whole team should have been ready.
And you don't see nobody who was prepared?
No, I didn't. I really
didn't. Individually, you don't think that Derrick Rose did what he had to do?
Well, yeah, Derrick Rose did his thing, but don't get me wrong. Back in the day, one man can beat a team, a la Michael Jordan. That isn't happening anymore. So, I definitely think Derrick Rose did step up, but I still blame the whole entire team because you're right. They were busting Atlanta's ass. Busting Atlanta's rear end the whole entire year. And now all of a sudden, get to the playoffs, everything. So it's a mental thing.
Okay. And how important is defense when we speak of the game of basketball?
Very important. I feel defense is more important than offense. See, I'm 55 years old. So I grew up during the Detroit Piston days. Remember them with
Joe Dumars,
yeah, all of them, and that defense they had. Remember when they beat the Lakers? When Lakers had Karl Malone, they had Shaq, Kobe, and all that. But Detroit beat them in 5 games,
right,
because of their defense. So I definitely feel defense is much better than offense, no matter what sports it is.
But you got to score though.
I know you do. But if you can hold your team down, come on. If you hold a team to 65 points, all you got to do is score 66. If you hold a team to 80 points, all you got to score is 81.
Right.
So it's really, that's all it is. I really feel defense is more important.
And you know what? It's funny that you said that. I just read an article about a high school coach that I think he was suspended for a few games because his team beat another team 161-2.
Woo!
To 2. And they got mad at the coach, saying it wasn't good sportsmanship and so forth like that. Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's just unnecessary. You gotta be ready to play the game.
You gotta be ready. You
gotta be ready no matter where it is, from small ball to big ball. You got to be ready. If not, you will get it handed to you. Period.
Okay. Now I know you heard the talk about Donovan Mitchell could possibly come to the Knicks.
Yeah, I heard about that as well.
And Danny Ainge.
Yes, I heard that as well.
He wants the whole farm.
I know he do.
He wants the cow milk. He wants the Cornish hens.
He wants a whole big apple. Right?
He wants everything, man. So my question to you is he worth coming to New York if you got to give up players like Quentin Grimes, Obi Toppin, players like that, McBride?
No. I'm more of a future guy. I know everyone wants to win now, and I understand all that. But if I have a player that I see 2 to 3 years could get me to my goal, then this one player could get me to the goal this year. And then, so I would rather keep my players that would get me to a goal in 2 years than someone that would get me there this year. Then I look at the other team that gets my players, and you see them making 2 or 3 in a row,
right.
2 or 3 finals in a row,
right,
because of the people I gave you. So that's the way I feel about it.
Do you think Donovan Mitchell is a superstar? Some say what has he proven? Like he's he's a star to be. Like
superstar?
He's on a borderline to becoming one.
Yeah,
but he's not
superstar. No. Yeah, he is on the border. Keep practicing your game. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. And do you think Donovan Mitchell will be able to play into Tom Thibodeau's system when we speak of defense? Is he a defensive player? Is he a defense liability?
That is a good question as well. It's just that. See, I want to see him in the system. I don't want to say, oh, he's going to be a liability.
Have you seen him playing in Utah?
Yeah, I did see him playing
in
Utah.
So, according to what
in Utah, okay, yeah, he showed a little something there. Defensive line.
And not to mention,
West Coast, West Coast and East Coast ball is different anyway.
Right. So he's coming to a bigger market.
Yeah. And
if he was to come.
It's just that I think West Coast is more of an offensive thing, while East Coast is more of a defensive ball. That's the way I think of it. So, I mean, if you look at the Golden State, 100 something points. But who they played? Miami in the finals. Who were they playing in the finals? Was it Miami, right? I think it was Golden State, Miami, NBA Finals this year.
It was Golden State. Damn, and I watched this shit too.
Was it Golden State, Miami, or Golden State? I think it was Golden State, Miami. Yeah. And Miami was known as a defensive team, while Golden State was known as the offensive, averaging 120 points, 110 points. While Miami was holding teams down to 85 points, 86 points.
Right.
That's why I figured the West Coast is more of a scoring thing than the East Coast.
All right. And would you agree that some would say that the Knicks' problem is trying to buy a team instead of developing teams?
I mean, Always trying to buy a team does not work. If you look at other organizations, you got to develop within the system. A little piece here, a little piece there is fine, but you just can't buy a championship team. They should learn that from the Lakers. Then the Lakers, when they had the Karl Malones and all that, they tried to buy a championship team, and they still lost. That tells my other team, the Nets, they tried to buy a championship team with the Durants and the Kyries and all that,
And the Blakes.
and look what happened. So you cannot buy a championship team. You got to build within.
And speaking of the sorry ass Nets, man, I don't like them, man. They're the Knicks knockoffs to me, man.
Yeah.
Everybody was high on them, and Kevin Durant was quote saying the Knicks ain't a cool team to play for. And look what he do to Brooklyn, man.
I know.
Shitted on him. Heavy.
Yeah, and the thing is, Brooklyn should have knew better after what he did to Golden State. But, I guess they looked at, and now I hear that he wants to get rid of the coach and the general manager. That's what he's telling me. So it's like, and Kyrie Irving also.
Yeah.
I agree with him. So
Well, Kyrie was heard quoting that we don't need a coach.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah, like
come
bizarre,
on,
man.
Yeah, man. So, but that's our subject.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna bring it back. Do you think if Kevin Durant would have came to the Knicks, what would have been the outcome?
Oh man, that would have been nice. Him and Randall together. Can you imagine that?
To be honest, no. I can't imagine Randall and Kevin Durant. How you think that would have
I
turned
think that
out?
would have been a great chemistry right there.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
How would they complement each other?
I feel that. Well, as you know, KD could shoot from anywhere.
Right?
So, as he has the defense come out to him, you throw it inside to Randall, easy. Because 2 or 3 always comes to him. Always comes to him. So when
Right.
that happens, boom, here you go, Randall.
What about KD and Obi?
That's even
Because
scary.
Obi, he play above the rim.
Man, I can see a lot of alley-oops coming in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see that.
Both ways. Alley-oop to you, Kevin. Alley-oop to you, Jay.
And speaking of Obi, would you like to see him start?
Yes. I would like to start. Yes, I would. I know he have to take someone else's spot, but yes, I would like to see him start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give him 20 games. See what he could do. 20 games. That's enough. In fact, give him 25 games. That's like, because we got 84 games in the season?
Right.
So you give him 25 games. See what he can do in the 25 games.
And them 25 games, should it be sporadically? Should it be in the beginning of the season or towards
Yeah, I think
the end?
yes, beginning of the season, see what he can do. Like I said, because when you're 25 games in, you already played everybody around the league at least once. So I figure, yeah.
All right, man. Listen, man, I want to thank the OG for coming on Real Talk with Nick.
It's a pleasure. Real Talk with Nick, baby.
And that's what it is, baby. We out.
New York,
Peace.
New York.